Chuck Todd is NBC's political director and moderator of Meet the Press. Chuck, good morning. Good to see you as always. So for all the concerns about how strange the 2016, how strange this campaign was going to look and how different it would be from 2016, the president now is back out there holding these big rallies with good-sized crowds. He'll be in Arizona. He's going to go to California tomorrow to look at the wildfire damage. But over about 90 minutes last night, kind of playing the hits, talking about Hillary Clinton, talking about 2016. Is this what this campaign's going to look like as he softens the ground, as Kelly reported, about a rigged election, to use his term?
Well, I think this is look, it's what he knows and it's what he's comfortable doing. You can talk to plenty of political strategists who will question the tactics he's doing and will question the message he's trying to deliver here at the end. But this is who he is. This is his comfort level. And obviously, to me, I do think we've got to highlight how troubling it is that he's automatically now. This is the head of. This is supposed to be the greatest spokesperson. The president of the United States is supposed to be the world spokesperson for free and fair elections. And here he is denouncing the American election as rigged if he doesn't win. I think it does show you what the reality is, what he knows his situation is, according to the polls, which is pretty dire right now.
Yeah, as you've said before, a confident candidate does not talk relentlessly about a rigged election. Let's talk about, Chuck, that Bob Woodward book, the bombshell book that came out, the quote that jumped out to most people from President Trump on tape, on the record. I wanted to always play it down, talking about the coronavirus. I still like playing it down because I don't want to create a panic. How lasting is the effect of this Woodward book? How much will it affect the campaign?
Well, it's already had a big impact on the campaign in that it ate up another week of the campaign. Look, I'm not naive to the past, and obviously we know these, oh my God, what did Trump say? Well, this will end it now, won't it? We've had so many of those moments. We know no one quote, no one comment, no one taped piece is going to somehow separate him from his devoted following. But in a presidential campaign, the one thing you can't buy more of is time. And he lost an entire week here. And I think it allows Joe Biden to continue to put what he wants to make front and center, the virus. And Willie, any day the virus is the lead story is a day that President Trump's reelection is in trouble.
Yeah, and by the way, Bob Woodward will be on 60 Minutes tonight, on the Today Show tomorrow morning, so you may get another week talking about this book. Chuck Todd, thanks so much as always. We, of course, will look for more this morning on Meet the Press, when Chuck is joined exclusively by former FBI agent Peter Strzok, a controversial figure, as you know, in the Russia investigation and a frequent target of the president.